Hey everyone, ConeDodger here, doing ConeDodger things. Footage from today's SCCA autocross event, the Florida State Championships. Impressive sounding title, but really it's just like any other autocross. This time we are at The Firm, which is a road course in Keystone Heights. Really awesome facility, and we are very glad to be back here. But since it is the Florida State Championships, we have all of the cars from basically any region in Florida. So we'll be competing against the best this state and some of the surrounding states have to offer. Today we'll be driving in a 1994 Mazda Miata in E Street, which is actually one of the most competitive classes in SCCA autocross. It was fun, it was a challenge, there was a lot of little hurdles along the way, but I am glad I got the opportunity to compete in this, so thank you to DJ for loaning me this car to run this event, even if it wasn't exactly what I'm used to.
How are you doing today?
Not too bad, how are you?
Good. Ready?
Yep.
Go.
68.851 on run number one, which was a little bit slow, I thought. I really felt like there was a lot of time left in the course. It really surprised me, possibly because I worked the first heat but ran the third, so the course seemed a little unfamiliar to me. Run number two was a 66.597, so a nice improvement, but it was during this run that I started to realize that the right front brake was wanting to lock up on me a lot more than any other brake on the car, which was giving me a ton of understeer on entry, and overall was affecting my ability to get on the brakes into and before slaloms. So, keep track of that and watch the car in the next runs and you might see something. Run number 3, a 65.117. This was actually a really good time. There was certainly, you saw the lockup before the slalom that really kind of slowed me down and ruined my momentum. But overall, the rest of the run was pretty good. Still a lot of time left in the course, and the competition was already running kind of 63s by this point, so a lot of ground to make up. Run number 4, pretty much ruined by the lockup you see here going into the slalom, and again, that same issue that I keep running into, locking up the right front, having to get off the brakes, and by the time that happens, you know, the slalom's over. So, this run goes into the trash bin. Run number 5, the last run of the day, and man, it was such a good one. It started out like everything up to the point where you see that it failed was really, really good. And I think it almost kind of got into my head of what a good run it was, and for whatever reason, my mind just completely blanked on how the gates were set up before the turnaround at the end. And yeah, it's pretty obvious that I pretty much completely missed it, drove through it, panicked, and didn't do anything effective there. So at the end of the day, I end up P6 out of 7 in class. Probably one of my worst autocross results in quite some time. However, this is definitely the highest level of autocross I've ever competed in, so I told myself during the day, you know, you should be happy to be, you know, close to competing with these guys that are far more experienced and definitely more comfortable with this kind of car. But in the end, you know, it doesn't really help. You wanna be up front. I really wonder what that last run would have been, but all you can do is wonder about it. You know, you can't go back and fix it, but you know, lessons learned for next time if I ever do compete in that car again, and even for the car's owner, I would definitely like to get that braking issue fixed because it was quite a nuisance. And as of right now, I think this is actually going to be my last autocross event for the year because, well, my car is still not going and I don't want to abuse his car again at Amelia. So look forward to next year when hopefully we will be back in my car, the 240SX, where we will be competing in Street Mod, so a new class for me, which, by the way, if you know the channel and you know my history, the other car that you've seen me drive, the Street Mod 240SX, well, that car was there today too, and I had the opportunity to drive it, but I decided to go with the Miata, and he took that car to the class victory in Street Mod today, so congratulations to Brent on that. And why the hell did I not drive that car?